Okay, so in this video, I decided to do the one brush art challenge along with only using the default round brush in Procreate. I live stream the entire process and I plan on doing an art challenge every week, so if you want to be part of the process or see it live, I'll be live streaming every Wednesday from now on. Let's get into the video.
I'm gonna do it basically the same way I've always done it. I'm using just one brush for this. We'll see how this goes. I'm also gonna only use the round brush on the smudge tool. I don't think using the smudge tool is cheating though, right? It might be cheating. I set the rules, it's fine, I'm gonna use it. And I just found this random portrait on Pinterest, and the way her hair is, it's not like it's rounded, it's curvy, so I thought it would be a lot easier to also just do with the round brush. I gotta be a little softer. I gotta adapt here. I've learned to try and get to like the stage or get it to look good as soon as possible before I get frustrated and want to quit. It's like something I learned about myself. It's like if I just give up if it's ugly early on, like if it's not looking the way I want it to right away, then I'm like, nope, that's it, moving on, can't do it anymore. Yeah, this is, I think, what I'm starting to understand, which kinda is gonna blow back on me, is the fact that I think this whole process is gonna take a lot longer than it usually would. So I'm already on a time crunch, so that's kinda lame, because I think this brush is gonna just be fighting me. I also have a feeling the smudge tool is gonna be my best friend. If there's like a piece of advice I could give for like beginner artists, is you basically try to paint and make as many drawings as fast as possible, as many as possible in the very beginning, so that you get used to the ugly process, like the ugly stage of every painting, every drawing ever. There's always an ugly stage. So the more you do it, the more you get used to it. The mental state, I would say, would be a lot better while you're painting, because you'll just be used to it. You won't even really see it as ugly anymore, because you'll know like this is just part of the process. I always found custom brushes so extra. Like I tried them, I've fallen into the rabbit hole of finding my favorite artists online's brushes and buying them or getting them in some sort of way and trying to use them to see if I can like imitate the way that they do their stuff, and it never really like works for me. I'm 100% part of the crowd that like custom brushes does not make you a better artist. I just realized that probably would have made everything a lot easier if I just lowered the opacity in the very beginning. This might be very controversial, but I am a huge Photoshop hater. I hate every time I've ever tried to use it. I hated it every time, specifically because of the liquify tool in Photoshop. I hate it so much. Her hand looks broken. Also, just to comment on this painting so far, it became a lot easier as soon as I realized that I can lower the opacity. Wow. Yeah, I'm ignoring it for now until I feel like fixing it. That doesn't look like a fun time. I'm definitely the type that delays things that I don't like until I have to do it. Now, part of my problem, I would say, is I definitely should have taken a second look at the hand before choosing this reference, because all I saw was the hair, and I was like, this will work. That's an ostrich. That's me. That's me right there. Sticking. That's Wait. Let's make the neck skinnier. Okay, that's gonna be up there until I go back to the hand. Notice I'm painting around the hand. The hand isn't even there, actually. I can't see it. What hand? I want to fix the legs. That's how much I'm ignoring the hand. I go up and fix the little illustration that I did to show how much I don't want to go to that hand right now. And I don't usually ignore hands that much, but this one's just really freaky. I said I was gonna ignore it. I stick to my guns with stuff like this. I can't believe I'm like growing so fast and I'm just posting like my art basically. Like I talk about subjects I guess people are interested in, but like I've definitely made a lot of progress with the way I've been making my videos too. It's such a learning curve. You think that, oh, I'm good at art, all I have to do is just post my content online and people will see it. It's like, no, posting online is a whole nother skill that you have to learn. It's a whole nother ball game. One of the things I've had to like learn is to like not stress myself out with how much progress I'm making in my art in general. It's like just focus on having fun while I'm doing it so that I can also focus on the content part. I was like looking at my old videos. Oh my god, no wonder those didn't do well. They're so bad compared to how oh my gosh. Like the videos I uploaded the first like 4 weeks, completely different than the ones I post now. Like understanding what interests people and stuff like that. And also trying to like market my art or my videos to people outside of the art community, because that's a much bigger audience. And in my opinion, I'm not Like, I talked about self-confidence and stuff like that, but I am fully aware that, like, I am not the best artist. My paintings and stuff like that aren't super well detailed. I don't really put, like, there's definitely people with crazy stuff on mine. So, like, that's part of the reason also why I'm like, I have to branch out outside of that, because the people who have the crazy art are the ones that have their audience. Like, my favorite artist right now, I love his stuff so much, it's a weird name. It's like, I don't know how to pronounce it right, but like, this is him right here. That guy. Oh my gosh, his art is so amazing. I love it so much. It's so good. I love the way he mixes in realism with the anime style. I don't really want to do it in that way, but at the same time, I want to do a little bit more realism. Like, there's certain aspects about realism that I like more than, like, a super simplified version of it. Like, I love lips and noses and stuff like that, and I feel like a lot of, like, anime-ish styles that, like, mix realism and stylized version, like, kind of oversimplify stuff like that. Oh, this is Procreate. This is, like, the main, well, basically the only one that I use. I don't use any other ones. What does that mean? Money. Oh, I get it, yeah. Well, what do you use IBS on? I haven't bought it in a while, but how much is Procreate? Did they up their price for it? Oh, they did. They did up it. It was $10 when I bought it. Now it's $13. That's crazy. Fun video that I want to make is talking about Procreate, because I've seen a lot of TikToks and people in those comments talking about how much they don't like Procreate, and I thought that was very funny, because I've never seen that before, and it's been happening a lot recently. I mean, I don't know. I might be biased because I've been using this for so long, but I 100% think Procreate is worth it. I've never really felt the need to try another app, except because I've just seen people talk about, like, other stuff so much. And sometimes I get curious and I try other stuff out, but, like, this is my baby. Half the time, if I do try another app or program to draw in, I just change. I just come back. I get so frustrated, I'm like, let me open up Procreate before I think I'm a terrible artist and I can't do anything ever. Goddamn egg prices. Has anyone ever thought that maybe the egg prices went up because the chickens went on strike and they got their wages up? Just some things to think about, you know? Oh, Sisters of Battle. Holy shit, wait. Hold on. Hold up. Fuck the economic state of the world. Let's talk about Sisters of Battle and this amazing song and amazing fight. Holy shit.
Also, a fun thing that happened during the live stream is one of the videos that I most recently uploaded hit 1 million views for the very first time, so you actually get to see my live reaction to that.
That's so fucking awesome. This is amazing. This is what it's all built up to, and will continue to build up to. This is just more fuel to my fire. Like, so much has happened in my life in the last couple months that me deciding to do this and taking the leap and being like, I think I can do something with this and get there, right? Shadows are just so fun. Look, I'm doing it. Don't worry about it. I would say it's so much harder to paint a hand with this brush. Maybe I should have done a sketch. That probably would have helped. But I wanted to do it do this in the same way that I always do my paintings. I didn't want to change my workflow at all, because I feel like that's not authentic. Oh yeah, no sketch. I don't sketch with my paintings at all. That was part of I had a moment, you could probably see it if you really pay attention. That was during an art block, when I had a major art block. I couldn't draw anything for a while, and then I didn't really get inspired, but I was like, I need to make content, I need to paint, I need to do this, I need to keep going, I need to, like, not let myself stop, because I really want this to work out. So I just grabbed my iPad and I found a reference and I just started painting. No sketch, nothing. I just skipped that part, because sometimes the sketch turns out good, and then I follow it too closely, and it just didn't turn out. So I I just skip it now. Just makes it like me be able to build up the shapes, like I just ignore it completely. There's certain paintings that I do sketch it out. It depends now, but most of the time I don't. Like with my 30-minute paintings, at first, even with the other ones, I didn't sketch out, but when I first started doing it, I was sketching those out because it's just faster. But now I don't, because that's a waste of time. I just block. Like it's all about shapes. You make painting is big shapes, and then you put smaller shapes into those big shapes, and then you make even smaller shapes into those big shapes. Like my rendering video that I did, that's all I could have just said. Here's how to render: big shapes, smaller shapes, and now even smaller shapes. Now do you understand why, like, it sounds like my videos are scripted when I talk? Because they are. There's so much going on in my head. I cannot... It's hard for me to express what I'm trying to say. Most of the time. I'm really bad with words. Okay, I'm gonna flip the canvas. I haven't done that in a while. That made the hand stand out so much to me. It looks so weird. God. Always flip the canvas. Also, if your program has a little window on top, always use that too. People say don't zoom in on your paintings or drawings. They're lying to you. Just have a little window. See, I didn't think this would be... It's not difficult, but I didn't think it would require so much. Because this was my main brush before I switched. But my technique has changed so much. It's just such an awkward... Okay, I see what the problem is. The finger here is too thick. It needs to be a little bit smaller. And there's more... The hand... There's like some shadows. But I was gonna say, someone asked me how they could get better at drawing after 5 years. Most I could draw is a stick man, but I've been trying to draw again and still suck. Which is crazy. After 5 years, you could only... Like, I told them, like... You know, I'm just gonna read my comment. I said, my best advice is to study whatever you want to draw from real life. Portraits, flowers, anatomy, backgrounds, and then find an artist that has a style that you would like to imitate and watch their process. Try and find videos where there's no cuts and you can see them go from blank canvas to a finished drawing. And eventually you'll be able to branch out on your own. It's all about studying and finding what you like to draw. Have fun and don't force yourself. I think everyone's like journey when it comes to literally anything, learning anything, doing anything is really dependent on them. And like, especially when it comes to art, because people, like, the whole confidence thing definitely stems from the fact that I would say a lot of people, especially now, who really become passionate about drawing and art and stuff like that, that stems from seeing other artists before them, seeing people who are like really, really good at it. They're seeing the late stages and they can't help but think that they should already be there. Oh shit, we're at 5%. They can't help but think about being there already, that it demoralizes them. So it makes them not want to keep pushing and keep going. And that's like part of the, like, it's like yeah. I think that's what makes people not make as much progress as they should, because learning is really hard in general. Learning anything is really hard.
Okay, so I finished the rest of the challenge in another stream because my iPad died and I can't charge it while I'm streaming. But here's a speed painting of the entire process in the second stream because I barely talked because I was so focused on. And then after all of that, I didn't feel like the challenge was really done until I went through into the painting and just used the brushes that I usually use to really finish it off, so we can see the difference between just using the round brush and using the other brushes that I always use. And honestly, what surprised me was I didn't really have to like do that much. It was a very like quick thing. I just went over a couple areas that I didn't really like the way the smudge went in, or like just the super circular areas, but I didn't really do that much. The thing that I realized in the first stream while I was doing it was the process was gonna just take a lot longer than it usually would. Obviously the painting didn't turn out the way that I usually have it. It wasn't complete to me, but a lot of it was definitely just taking longer because everything just didn't, the round brush is a lot harsher of a brush to use than the one that I usually use. And also it doesn't have texture, so you have to make that yourself, which is a much more of a tedious process than just having a brush that already has it. Also, hair strands are kind of non-existent with the round brush as well, so once I was able to use my regular brushes, I was able to add those too. So here's how they look side by side. This is the round, only the round brush on the left, and the one that I edited with my own brushes on the right. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like my art, or if you like to see challenges like this, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!